Three things that you need to do before you get to 30. Now, if you're younger than 30, that's great. If you're around 30 years, then that's also great. And even if you're older, these will still apply, and you can do these if you haven't already done them. Now, before I talk about these three things, a very quick reminder here. If you are new to this channel and you're watching one of my videos or seeing me for the first time, my name is Ian, and I post videos here on YouTube every single day on topics relating to making money and personal finance. So if you'd like to see more of these videos, give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to this channel and turning on all the notifications. And that way you'll be able to get the updates when I post a new video here. Now, the first thing you want to do before you get to 30 or after is you want to know exactly what your values are. If you're younger, you have time to do what you want and not think about this so much. But by the age of 30, you need to know exactly what you want to achieve and what is important in your life. Now, this could be career-wise, your finances, your health and fitness goals, anything that affects you in the long term, you want to be able to have that in mind. So for instance, if starting a business to gain financial freedom is very important to you, then you want to know by the time you're 30, or you want to know this by the time you're 30, because you want to be able to use your time to achieve this. Now, this is very easy, no pressure here. Simply grab a book and a pen and list 10 things that you must have, or 10 things that are very important to you, and revise this list a couple times, and there goes your values. You can easily take a couple hours or a day or two and identify your values and what you want to accomplish in your life, financially or otherwise. So write down all these things that you want or that are important to you, and then revise this list and choose a top 10 or a top 5, and then you can now have a purpose and values that you can work towards, as opposed to not having any and just living life for living's sake. This way, your day-to-day life is filled with you living on your purpose, and you can't or won't be sidetracked by anyone's influences or anything influencing you away from your purpose. This can also help you to modify your life and make corrections where necessary, because if you identify your values and you start living every day on your purpose, then I won't, or anyone else won't be able to influence you to do anything that takes you away from your purpose, because you know what you're about and you know what your purpose is, and this will help you in eliminating or identifying people that are great for your purpose, who you need to have around you all the time, and also people that will hinder you from your purpose. And even bad habits that you may have that will hinder your growth and living to your purpose. And this way you can replace anything that isn't good for you based on your values with things that are in line with the bigger picture and what you want to achieve. So the main thing here is that by age 30, and even if you're older than 30, you want to be absolutely clear on your values and your purpose so you can live your life accordingly. So if you want to invest as much as you possibly can so you can retire at the age of 35 or 45 or whenever, then you can identify bad habits like spending 50% of your paycheck on Amazon, because that will definitely hinder you from getting to that goal and take you from your purpose. And this is just an example, as your values and purpose or purposes will be different. Now, the next thing you want to do by the time you get to 30 is to think about where you want to be and when you want to be there. Think about the end goal and daydream if you must, as long as you realistically daydream, and see your future self and the outcomes that you're trying to create for yourself. Think about what job you want to have, what business you want to be in, what hobbies you want to be engaged in, what will you want to be spending your free time doing. Who are the people that are important to you that you'll want around in your inner circle? What are your investment goals? What are your income goals? How much money do you want to be making per week or per month? What type of car will you drive? Will you even drive a car? Where will you live? All these things should be considered, because you want to envision the end goal and be very, very clear about the life you want to be living in 5, 10, 15, or even 20 years from now. Now, if you're in your 20s, I think you can do whatever you want to some extent, because you'll have a lot of time to correct your life, or at least get serious about these things. And if you're over 30, you can still change, but usually people tend to get more serious about life and things when they get near to that 30-year mark, because I think that's when you're considered to be middle-aged. So it's not really a 30-year thing so much as just something that you want to do right now, regardless of your age. So keep this in mind as you watch this video. Now, everything so far has been very easy. You can take a weekend and figure out what your values are and your purpose, and you can also daydream all you want and envision the life you want to be living in 5 or 10 years from now and the things you want to be doing. But now that we have all this figured out, we now need a means to get there. That daydream that you just had, which should be a realistic one, how do you actually get there? You need some method of getting there, and this is the third thing that you should know by the age of 30, or at least be working on right now. Now, this is where a lot of things come into play. Let's say you want to be financially free in 5 years from now. You know this. But now this is going to require you to invest some money, for example, to get there. So you think about this and you create a plan on how you can get there in 5 to 10 years. Maybe you need a higher paying job. Maybe you need a smaller apartment. Maybe you need to save more. Maybe you need to invest more. Maybe you need to track and manage your expenses in a more efficient manner. And this ties directly into your day-to-day life and goes back to your values and your purpose, because now you have a decision to make here. You can keep doing anything you want to every day, or you can live your life every day with your values and purpose in mind, which will get you to the end goal that you want to get to. Now, this is easy, but it's hard at the same time. For example, small daily habits will affect you. If your goal is to invest $1 million in 5 years and you make $200,000 per month, you can pull this off, but if you spend more of that money on things that aren't related to your values and your purpose, and the outcome that you want to achieve in 5 years, then you're not going to get there. So in this example, you would have to create a plan and modify your day-to-day habits so you live your life from now on, or your life from now on conforms to your purpose and values. And if you come to me and say, hey, let's go to Las Vegas for a weekend and blow $500,000 for fun, then as tempting as that may seem, I'm not going with you, because I have a purpose, and that purpose is to be free and have $1 million invested in 5 years. And this is just an example, but the point is your day-to-day life and the small things you do on a daily basis will need to be adjusted to have you living on your purpose. Whatever that purpose is, and if you don't identify your values and purpose, then you'll just be living and you'll be influenced by everything and everybody, and you won't end up where you want to be in 5, 10, 15 years from now. So the point here is do whatever you want, right? This video is for educational purposes only, but it's more than just starting that side hustle. It's more than just turning that side hustle into a business and making $15,000 to $25,000 per month. It's more than just getting that dream job. You can do everything to make you more money, and you can make a lot of money, but if you're not clear as to what your values and what your purpose is, then you're going to find yourself just living life, making decisions that only benefit you now, and before you know it, you'll be at that age where you want to correct things, but you may not have enough time to do it. So if you take nothing else from this video, remember this. Make as much money as you want to and as you can, but today or tonight, depending on when you're watching this video, you want to think about these 3 things. Think about your values, find out what they are. Think about your purpose. Think about what you want to achieve in 10 years from now, and think very carefully about what small day-to-day changes you need to make to be able to realistically get you there, because there is this saying that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, and that's true. But also, I believe a life is a terrible thing to waste. So I hope this video gets you thinking, and I hope this video helps you out. And tomorrow, we will go back to the usual content of how to make massive racks of cash. So these are the most important things that you need to do by the age of 30. As always, thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like the content. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I post new videos here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.